So what if you could learn to sell one extra lead out of every 10 leads that you get? What if you could learn how to just sell one extra lead out of every 10 leads? Now, the fact is, out of 100 leads, that's 10 extra sales. What if you could learn how to sell 2 extra closes, 2 extra sales out of every 10 leads? Now out of 100, you have 20 additional sales. Now, I don't know how much you make on your sales, and I don't know what the bottom line is in your business, but I know one thing in my business, it makes all the difference between night and day. You know, they say many times they'll say sales professionals are born, they're born with the gift of gab. They're born with just knowing how to sell. And I really want to believe that it's really the other way around, and that sales professionals are built. Sales professionals are built from the ground floor up. Now, how do I know that? Because 22 years ago, I showed up on the doorsteps unannounced of Tony Robbins companies in San Diego, California. I had no job, I had no money, I had no car, and they put me to work at $7.50 an hour. And they put me through the process of selling over the phone and then ultimately selling in person. Well, the fact of the matter is I was terrible. I was so terrible as a salesperson in his company, they just kept wanting to fire me. I mean, literally, it's like I felt like it was every week they were just pulling me off to the side going, we need to let you go. We need to fire you. But ultimately, through learning a process, through learning systems and strategies and recipes and formulas, I ultimately went on to break all sales records for the Tony Robbins company. I literally took my income from making $10,000 on one check to over $100,000 on the very next check. Tony Robbins bringing me up on stage to his company and celebrating me with his company by being the worst guy and ultimately to the top guy. Now, are you one of those people right now where you have a business? Maybe you're selling funnels. Maybe you're selling Facebook ads. Maybe you're selling master retreats or coaching programs or some type of whatever type of a program. Again, what would that mean if you can learn how to powerfully influence, like what we like to say, elegant influence, to be able to get your end user to say, yes, my job as a sales professional is to move the customer into the yes position when it makes sense. Now, what doesn't make sense is having them stuck in their fear, stuck with their, they're afraid to move forward. My job is to move them past that. They've lived the first part of this life living in fear. Now it's time to move them past that. We want you to powerfully come along with Chad Thibodeau and myself for Facebook Live. And in this Facebook Live, we're going to share with you the 8 fundamental core principles that when followed, that when used, it will take you from that, I'm not a salesperson and I don't know how to sell and that's not what it is that I do. The fact is, if you have a business and you have a product and you have a service, then you've got to sell it, right? Powerfully and passionately and persuasively to your end user. So come along, you'll click the link below, and in this Facebook Live with myself and Chad Thibodeau, I'm going to share with you those powerful strategies that allowed for myself, the guy that was horrible at sales, to go to be the #1 all-time sales champion for the Robbins Company, training over 3,000 companies, moving 25 times in 5 years. If a guy like myself can get myself to go from there, then I promise you, if you invest a few minutes with us, click the link below, join us in the Facebook Live. I promise you, if you invest the time, you invest the energy, take some notes, put deep application, deep implementation, then I promise you, you will learn how to go from whatever area you're at. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you're not struggling. Maybe you're just looking for a new trick, an idea, a gimmick, a gadget of something. This is not the webinar for that. This is not about gimmicks. It's not about gadgets. It's about a proven formula, a proven system, and it's a proven conversation that if you use and implement into your business, into what it is that you do on a day-to-day basis, I promise you, you will not just do great, you will do absolutely outstanding, and you will separate yourself, just like I did, from the rest of my competitors by learning the simple strategies. And one last thing, you come onto this video, I'm going to share the one single strategy. If you take 99.99% of almost everything else I'm going to say, throw it out the room, but this one single thing is what I picked up almost 25 years ago when somebody asked me, they said, do you do coaching? And I said, yes. And they said, well, how much? I said, $5,000. 25 years ago, right? I said, $5,000. They wrote me a check for $5,000. I went down to my local bank. I got 50 $100 bills, and I said, I'm in business. So you're in a great business. I'm in a great business, but I find so many people struggling because they have all these leads and they're not closing the leads. We want to help you be a superstar closer. We want to assist you in taking your dreams from just kind of average and ordinary and turning into something super, super extraordinary. Click the link below. We'll see you on the other side with myself and Chad Thibodeau. Let's have an outstanding day. We'll see you at the top. Bye-bye, everybody.